The path towards your deepest, truest self isn't searching for you. It won't suddenly call your name on some fateful day, beckoning a tremendous shift in currents. Nor is it likely that you will randomly stumble upon it. However, by tuning into certain aspects of your life and recognizing 3 distinct signs, you can slowly whittle away at the bark of your life, revealing the precious sap underneath. Sign 1. Challenges and discomfort are a catalyst for growth. Put simply, true intrinsic growth only comes from overcoming obstacles in life. In fact, there would be no reason to change without challenging your current way of living, because the brain and body prefer to stay in the known. The known is your current life. It's comfortable and free of threats, while the unknown is that tiger lurking in the bushes or that shadow cascading against the brick wall in the dark. This is why we encounter unpleasant feelings and emotions when faced with the unknown. Uncomfortable situations such as starting a new job, moving to a new environment, or even going to the gym for the first time can feel completely insurmountable, as if it requires a parallel version of yourself in order to do. But this feeling is a part of your truest path. For instance, a young Leonardo da Vinci often felt frustrated and challenged under his mentor. He was at a staggering disadvantage when compared to his peers. He had no former education in Latin or the sciences. Thrown into circumstances well beyond his comfort zone, with people well beyond his expertise, he could have thrown in the towel. But instead, he became determined, leaning into the obstacles in his path. He became obsessed with learning, driven by the belief that the unknown was worth enduring those hardships. And Leonardo was right. That struggle, those feelings of being unprepared, outwitted, and general inadequacy wasn't proof that he was on the wrong path. It was actually evidence that he was on the right one. While roadblocks along your journey may feel like warning signs, they are indeed the opposite, a guide. So instead of surrendering to the known, use struggles as a sign that you're clearing the path ahead. In time, just like training in the gym, you'll grow stronger in order to handle heavier burdens, because hard times are forging you into a stronger version of yourself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Sign 2. Meaningful coincidences appear. When your path aligns with your subconscious, something curious begins to happen. Your awareness begins to stitch together patterns that once felt random or insignificant. This phenomenon is known as synchronicity, which is a term coined by renowned psychiatrist Carl Jung, who spent much of his career studying the architecture of the psyche. Jung defined synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence of 2 or more events where something other than the probability of chance is involved. He believed that these moments weren't just chance happenings, but rather symbolic echoes of an underlying order. Moments where the external world mirrors the internal environment. For instance, you may think about somebody whom you haven't spoken to in years, and then later that day receive a message from them. Or perhaps you're struggling with a personal decision and a page from a book, some words from a stranger, or even a song lyric hit you with eerie precision. Maybe you're contemplating a career shift and you meet 3 people in that field in 1 week. These aren't just lucky alignments, they're moments of attunement. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. It's easy to mistake these moments for magic or divine choreography, but they're not the universe revolving around you. They're about you becoming attuned to the deeper undercurrent of your life. Because when your inner world is in harmony with your external focus, your perception sharpens. You begin to notice subtle repetitions, archetypes, and signals that once hid in plain sight. It's not fantasy, it's focus. And many people toss these synchronicities in life aside like they're old pennies, but I suggest that you hold them close. Because one day they may form a trail, one that leads to clarity, alignment, and even transformation. Sign 3. You're outgrowing your old relationships and habits. Once you venture further along your path, your very essence will begin to evolve. such as a snake shedding its skin or a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. This evolution is a natural and inevitable part of your transformation. Remember this: you cannot alter your life without altering yourself. This subtle drifting isn't a sign of failure, it's evidence of true growth and transformation. This shift occurs gradually, and you'll subtly notice shifts in your desires, much like a slow blossoming of a flower. Pause and evaluate your life by taking inventory of what energizes you, what drains you, what feels uncomfortable, and what resonates deeply within you. Move towards activities and relationships which align more deeply with your authentic core, the very heart of the flower. Initially, this transformation may feel quite lonely because you're outgrowing old relationships and habits. But try embracing this phase as an essential part of your evolution, because it is. These signals indicate that you are entering a transitional phase, one that should be surrendered to rather than resisted. Replacing habits that no longer serve you with more nurturing ones which enrich your internal landscape, will deepen your relationship with yourself, further propelling you down your truest life path. Perhaps you once spent all of your free time either playing video games or partying, but now you're feeling a deeper pull towards a passion, reading a book or exercising or something of that nature. This internal shift may not immediately align with your current life, your current social circles. But have faith, because the relationships which survive this phase in your life are the ones that are worth hanging on to. And those who do not support your positive changes simply don't want what's best for you. They may not even be worthy of your love. I hate to say it. Eventually, and who knows exactly how long it will take, you will land into a life which supports your internal environment, leading to greater fulfillment than you have ever known. Let's reflect on Albert Einstein, whose groundbreaking theories initially isolated him from mainstream science. His relentless pursuit of truth often led him to profound solitude, often misunderstood by peers who clung on to conventional beliefs. Einstein embraced this solitude, recognizing it as necessary for his creative pursuits, eventually transforming this isolation into historic scientific breakthroughs. The person who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The person who walks alone is likely to find himself in places no one has ever seen before. Allow your solitude to be a space for deep reflection and revolutionary growth. Conclusion. Your path to alignment isn't one of passive waiting. It's an active engagement with discomfort, attunement to meaningful synchronicities, and acceptance of evolving relationships and habits. These signs aren't merely indicators, but invitations, each urging you to trust your internal compass. Your journey towards your truest self requires courage, openness, and solitude. Embrace these moments fully, for they illuminate the path towards profound self-discovery and lasting fulfillment. If you guys enjoyed this, then please consider commenting, liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.